going in. Hopefully I don't have too much background music, background sound. Getting into pendulum, pendulum, and how the pendulum is also the dual M. This gets really deep too. Um, in the word dual, when we flip the D to a B, you can see, blue. This is also going to get into right and left. We see the L here in the symbol, and we see the P with also the R, or the B with that line could be an R. These symbols, and these symbols also look like notes. And we write with a pen. They say pendulum, and it's cursive. We write in cursive. Let me get my pen. I got headphones, but they don't reach very far. I want to touch on some notes from my last presentation. I say cursive. This gets into a lot of stuff. Cursive, you can also look at like VI. Curse, and we can see this as a vine curse. Cursive looks like a vine. Oh, it's all attached and everything. So we're also dealing with a course. We're dealing with direction. And we see that the VI is also the 6. So this gets really deep. We also see that the VI is also kind of resembles the N in a reflection. I'm also going to get into tic-tac-toe with the 3 crosses, because the A is at the center. This also relates to Adam, because we're dealing with the ends. And I'm going to get back to that one. That gets into the 4, 5, 6 being the center. Well, this gets into the whole lot of stuff, even rhythm. But we're talking about Adam's rib. So I saw it in the word rib. You basically have the same thing, like pivot, right? But you have a pivot. You have a pivot right here with like a hinge on this side for the R. Again, it's a kind of a domino kind of thing. So now we look at the word power. Get into that Adam's rib thing right here. We look at that when we look at the word power. It's also saying like POR, which is kind of good. You could look at that as 7 owing the 9, because we're also getting into breaking the 8, which is also like the A, say the H. There's different perspectives, but when we look at a pool game, there's that triangle, which is like the A, and we're breaking the 8. So we see this kind of like pendulum, you know, energy here. So this gets really deep too, because I'm talking about Zorro. It's the mark of Zorro. The mark. It also gets into Marduk, which gets into dark, which also has to do with sleep. Marduk has to do with sleep, which is disease. And the mark of Zorro is disease. This also gets into the M and the N, laying down to sleep. Um, I have to think about Tiamat. But Tiamat has an M in it too. And Tiamat, what we're doing with Marduk, Tiamat. I gotta think about that one. Tiamat. Or is it Apsu? So we're dealing with Apsu, mix it with the word Tiamat, Marduk, and Apsu. I gotta think about that one. But this gets back to the Baphomet and how the Baphomet is Adam. And you go look at things like the wicked witch of the west who melts and H2O. And when you look at H2O, O2, we're dealing with that eyes. She gets really deep. Or you can even say H2O. It's different, but we're dealing with breath, water, and breath. The wicked witch of the west melts in water. Now let's take it back to what I was talking about on the last stream, because I wrote down some notes on this. Also the yellow brick road. Backwards is also ruby. So also this is going to get back into the red and the blue. Red is the past. Blue is like imagination. Go back to it. But ruby slippers are like the red slippers that Dorothy wears. And she does the 3 clicks, which is symbolic for the 3 knocks on the door. I want to get into this. This is really deep here. I'm going to touch on this with the abracadabra. And then go right current events. So we're dealing with so it's talking about rib too. We also got the runs batted in, just like in baseball. We got the RBI. So when you look at that, like the hinge between those 2 symbols, it looks like a bat and a ball. So here with the eye, you got like a bat and a ball. The rib, with that hinge. So in bats, runs batted in or RBI when you're dealing with baseball. So just like these note symbols, we're dealing with base. Well, okay, so back to current events. What's going on? Kanye West and Balenciaga. This is really deep. So when you look at Balenciaga, this shit is really deep. Damn. So he's doing all the White Lives Matter and black and white stuff, symbology. So when we look at that, we also see Balenciaga. All right, shout out for people like Bro Sanchez that put me onto the Council of Nicaea. I look up that too. We look up there's the white pope and the black pope, and you look up who the Council of Nicaea is. You're going into the Black Nicaea, and so when we get into like Hollywood and stuff like that, that was also from the cult of Diana, which is back to that COD, like that code. Or you could look at that like the DOC, like what's up, Doc? But it's the cult of Diana. She gets really deep. Damn. When I say race too, talk about the race card. So playing race cards. So this has to do with this gameplay. So, and Baphomet is also dealing with BPM, the beats per minute. They use music a lot, as well as Hollywood. So with the abracadabra, we see symbol. I'm just deciphering things I see. So when we look at so when you look at this like a seesaw, when you look at abracadabra like a seesaw, when you go from the letter C, you know C, like the sound C, just like a seesaw, abra. We got abra here, right? You could also look at this like ABC or CAD, just to be shy. These hidden codes. But when we do it this way, the weight of a seesaw would be on the right side, and then the light would be on the left, just like that L. And when we see that fold, we see that's a 7. We see that's a 7 in the center. That C again, that sound. And then when we count, not only is that a 7 in the center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're doing 7 on right there, and we see the 7 right here. So that's just another form of abracadabra. Another way of writing that too. With the A literally like a seesaw, like the A lift, A lift, literally looks like A lift, which is too heavy for me to pick up the, you know, for a car. Um, if you're dealing with plurals, Alice, which is Alice in Wonderland, we're dealing with sleep, these sleep states. So I see this as form of abracadabra, as dealing with the inner temple and outer temple, where everybody's spinning. If you look like a gyroscopic spinner, the eye of the storm is calm. Spinning is like pushed around. All right, so we look at that too. What's the easiest way to figure out? Like I have fruit flies. Where are they? You see them flying around. You move around. You shuffle the board, or you know, sometimes you have to, we say, muddy the water to see where the fish are swimming. So I feel like people are herded with these kind of tactics, with this red and blue kind of thing. So when you look at the center too of that, we have the C and D, like the spinning CD where music comes from. DC direct current. And we deal with Washington, also dealing with that WA. Shit's deep. It's, you know, Uncle Sam dealing with that 6 too. Um, but dealing with that one. Oh, Christ and the devil. Dealing with Christ and the devil. And when we look at C and D, the only difference is that rib, right? We're dealing with that rib of the C and the D, which A is the one. A is that one in between. There's different ways of looking at that one. Well, we got this pendulum thing going on with abracadabra. I don't know if I was checking my channel, but I'm gonna keep this kind of brief. Follow up. I got some stuff here on the board. Also dealing with writing. I'm gonna get more into this concept of writing. Well, I'm just tying this into the current events because we look at prints. You know, the first print was the Bible, and in prints, that can also be like ink, how it's in prints. And then we also see sin too. But what I'm getting at is the P and the R here, dealing with that power. I'll get more into that one. Revisit some of my notes. But when we look at black, you can see left dealing in the black. Also, we see that L in there dealing with the left, and we see right to right. We right to the right. So I don't know. Want to get that down before I reach that board, and then I got stuff I'm surfing through. Any comments? I don't think anybody's checking my channel now, so I'll have to check back. I'll take my time here. I will upload this because I know I'm dropping some fire. I'm talking about Zorro. Damn. I was just thinking, when I talk about thinking, just like the word thought, even in abracadabra, this is kind of what I see. So we say Adam, you know, we're dealing, adding is the plus symbol, which is the cross. So what I see here is kind of like a game, a back and forth game of like propulsion. Another way of seeing that is the word tough. I gotta look at this. Look at tough, and you see the TH written together. You can see the three crosses. Another way of looking at that. Gotta marinate on that one a little bit. But we also see hot, go, goat, 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 goat. Fuck. So we see go. The 6 and the 7 is in the G. We're also dealing with that arrow, right? We're dealing with that go. We're also dealing with that line and a curve. And then we're dealing with go, and we're dealing with a spell. with the go spell. There's also the go spell, which go is go at, to go at. Um, and AT is the three, the start of the 369. So I don't want to get too crazy, which is also that C. A lot of ways of looking at it. Uh, but like the C, not only is the C the three, but also is the U. So we're doing it with the same simple term, which are two threes, because a 21 breaks down to three. C is the third letter. U is the 21st letter, which two and one is three, right? So damn. Damn, I'm going a little long in that thought, but I keep seeing some sick notes too. See if anything else before I forget. Oh, and Wizard too, with this abracadabra. I want to drop this too. We're gonna get back more into the Wizard of Oz. Uh, I want to deal with Road and Wizard. And you got ways, like ways, different ways of looking at that one, different ways of looking at that one. But we also have word, WIRD is word, and then we got ZA or AZ. So you can look at that as Oz, because the A could also be pronounced as Oz. Um, and we're also dealing with the abracadabra, the A and the Z. Um, Old notes too that can tie into this one. Um, I was talking about the Angry Birds too, related to the Baphomet and the frequencies that are used. I have to come back and do a whole thing on this stuff. Yeah, but in the Balenciaga too, there's quite a few things in here. The Balenciaga. We got Abra, Balenciaga. I think I'm switching one of the L's or something. I'll have to get back on that one. But I covered most of what I wanted to touch base on with the Black Nicaea. When we look that up, we see that some real Hollywood stuff that's going on. Um, and look up the cult of Diana. And that's kind of stuff. When you look at his symbolism and stuff, he's like holding his mouth and things like that. So, got a whole lot of abracadabra symbolism going on. So we see these current events, and we see that Z symbol too. The Z symbol with Ukraine, which you flip the Z, we got the N. It's the nuke, like nuke rain. All these weird plays on words, right? Um, but I'm gonna keep seeing epiphanies and dropping them down when I see them. And oh damn, while I'm here at work, Uh, I was looking into the dreidel. I need to get like screen share so I can show my stuff. But on my Insta, that's what it is. Man, I'm tired. I'm getting lazy on my writing. We're gonna get into this stuff. We'll talk about like the cremation of care symbolism and things like that too. We're also getting into that 33 and damn, that even makes me think of Chamber of Commerce, which is every town. But we know it's constant current, and it hit me dealing with a Fila symbol too. When you look at Fila, so I'm explaining this right with Aleph, the two ways of writing that, Aleph, the A is just straight one, and then the L, like a lowercase L and a capital L. But we're also dealing with that hinge, like that A. So we can see these patterns, and then Fila is showing us the red and the blue, and it's showing that it ends with an A. Or anyway, we read that backwards. We see Aleph. Um, and you know, the McDonald's is obviously that M. We see that symbol everywhere. Um, damn, but you can check my channel on this one. What was the one I wanted to drop? Oh, damn. Yeah. This is what I want to show. Hang on. This shit is deep. Any comments? It's having to do with the dreidel. Justice Dreamin', shout out. Check this one out. Yo, this shit is so deep. I've been seeing this everywhere. Just dealing with like, not only do we see the triple sixes and the Oz symbolism, that's a yellow brick road, like with the Carhartt. And we see kind of like the C at the center. A lot of different ways of deciphering this. When we look at the Taco Bell, check this. Yeah, check this. We look at the Taco Bell. Diggity damn. So we'll see a lot of symbolism with like the 23-degree angle or whatever, like they say the Earth is, or whatever. But shit gets deeper. Shit gets deeper. Where the hell is it? With the dreidel. Yeah, so we see this too. I mean, you see the dreidel symbolism everywhere with the spinning. And see how they have the M and so this is one I just saw. Damn. I know I wrote this down, but yeah, when you look at dreidel, I think I spelled it differently. We see ladder. We see we're dealing with the right and the left. And then we also see the word real. Like we see the word real. And then we're dealing with like those two P symbols. Like I was talking about in power and also in rib. kind of towards the beginning, and we see all that ladder symbolism. Damn. And then add, ADD, right and left. Or add real, right? Am I saying that right? Yeah, ADD, LEREL, right and left. Play around with that. That E could also be like a flip down too in the middle, right and left, because the R is on the left, L is on the right. Different ways of looking at that. Different ways of looking at that. I think I may have seen something else, but that was like the big one right there. See, I'm reading your chats. Cool, man. Thanks. So I got more dealing with the bell. And in Taco Bell, we see a Colts bell. A lot of stuff going on. Damn, where's my phone? Let me show this. I gotta find my notes I was writing down earlier on the dreidel, but we see we see um we see like an Ace Hardware symbol. There's a lot going on. I mean, Ace is K too, which is like that pause symbol and that play symbol. We're dealing with that 11. Ace is the high card and the low card. So it comes all these card games, right? You can decipher this stuff. So the high card, we see these he's pointing up Jesus, right? And we see the Marvin the Martian. We see the letter M right there. We see the symbolism, right? Those are the mass signs they're using like at the post office. And then you can see the ace symbol flip the other way going down. You see the horns. You see the you can see that's like a W. You see the trident. It's also like a W. So I put up a lot of. I don't think people really get these symbols I put up, man. Like you got to look at them. Which one I want to go? What's relevant to what I'm talking about here? The Queen of Spades. I'm gonna get into that one. I got my notes. Wait till I have my notes. Some current events I can't really talk about. When you get into like Elon Musk and see the stuff we see Noel. So Elon is Noel, which is Christmas. And we got Musk, Christmas, Christmas. Just thinking about that K again. Just thinking about that K again, just in the symbolism. But when we look at so we see it's a lot of like sowing kind of stuff, reaping what you sow. When we look at the word soul, too, it's kind of like SO, which makes me think of like the Lowe's. When you look at the Lowe's emblem, When you look at the L, it's a needle. Damn, there's another one out. What's the one I'm looking at? Oh, emerald tablets. I gotta get into this. So look at the emerald tablets. It was by Dr. Doriel. Look at emerald. Look at emerald. We're dealing with the realms. We're dealing with the realm. We're also dealing with REM and REM. I gotta go back to my notes on that one. I forgot what I wrote on that one. We're dealing with emerald. We're also dealing with the M. It's like a signature rolled. Like rolled. But damn. Well, you see real, Dr. Do real, and emerald, we see real. He found the emerald tablets. Supposedly discovered the emerald tablets. Damn, you see D and real and two and emerald. There's a lot going on there. Damn, I can't even find my notes. Emerald there. I gotta find it. It's gonna tie into the Emerald City. Embers, like embers dealing with flame, or memories, memory. Memory dealing with the past and imagination. I'm going to get back to this in the future, but when we get more into the future and the past, we're getting into memory. Because I took some fire notes there. I can't find them right now. When I get back to them, I really want to get into that Balenciaga though. That popped out of me with that Black Nicaea, with the Council of Nicaea, and then you see all the symbolism, like the scientists going against Christ, and shout out LV. Thank you so much for your messages too. Let's see. I'll dream. Yeah, Melder. I definitely do want to get more into dreams. And it's interesting how awake is A and make. And when you think about it, how bees buzz. And we work, it's business. I got some more notes dealing with the queen bee, but it had to do with see how the disease for the sleep go at that tip state too, how it's tilted like that, how the Z's tilt in the sleep state, and it also has to do with how the world is tilted. I say we're in a spinning ball, it's tilted, and it has to do with the inner temple and outer temple, and like and then there's also symbolism too with the red too that has to do with the red bull, with the bullfighter and all that stuff. I mean, there's symbolism. There's symbolism there that has to do with the past. And when you look at like, okay, so we're talking about current events, we're talking about what occurs, which is the O curse. So ruck is to carry, like they call it rucksack in the military. But Dan. We're also O0 is the focus, and we're dealing with course, direction, which makes me think of golf course. Uh, Damn, I'm getting sidetracked here, just side thinking, but I'm gonna get back to this. What I want to get into was that into the abracadabra and how you look at things from different angles, how different things line up. Like when you look at it dealing with like frequency, and when you look at the word like devil, about DeSantis, devil, like DeSantis is devil and Satan. But we also have when you flip the D, you got like veiled, and we also have believe. Oh shit. And then when you look at cursive too, cursive with that C and the U, not only is that the 33, so R is like that 9. And then when we look at sieve, like osmosis, the sieve is like separating particles, like light and weight. We're dealing with light and weight. So when we look at this too, the 33 is also the 6. So we're dealing with 3. We're also, this is a 369 thing going on because we got 3 letters. So I'm going to marinate on that one a little bit more. My last stream got kind of cut off because I had people walking in my work, and I just had a second to kind of follow up. So anything you want me to dig into, just let me know. If, anything you got, any sparks fly in your direction, holler back. But a lot of this is getting into kind of unfolding things in the alphabet and how it's kind of like origami. And you see game and origami. Okay, cool. I'm going to upload this stream if you want to check it. So there's just some symbolism. And I was looking a lot on the dreidel in relation to also the earth spinning. And I was looking at the symbols too. Because they got the G that's flipped the other way, which is like what's the Gimel or something. I gotta go back to my notes. But I'll touch base on that when I got more into it. Peace out, shout out LV. Just as dreaming. Cool. I try to go live on new moons and full moons. That's usually when I'm feeling like stimulated. I get pumped up, and so I try to do that. And I'm gonna do some more like pause and go kind of stuff because I can bring in more like symbolism. But check my account, what it is, because whenever I have like stuff that pops up at me, I'll throw collages up there. That's it. I'm pretty tired, so I'm gonna peace out for the night. Check my stream. Thanks for checking in. I appreciate it. Until the next. See anything else? Elder. All right, peace out. Just as dreaming. To the next. Likewise.